All right, joining us now is Senator Tommy Tuberville from the great state of Alabama. Senator, as always, sir, we're delighted to have you here. So I know you're a supporter of President Trump's, I'm going to call it reciprocity trade policy and the tariffs that have gone with it. But at the moment, the stock market seems to be in full-fledged revolt about that. Now, I have not spoken to the president. I don't know if he's watching the stock market about this or not. He paused the Canadian and the Mexican tariffs. But do you think there's an issue here? Do you think there's a messaging problem here? Do you think there's too much uncertainty here? What do you think about this story?
Well, first of all, I don't think President Trump needs to be concerned about it. He doesn't need to look at it. He's our only chance, Larry. We're leaking oil. This country is leaking oil. We're leaking money. 4 years I've been here, it's been going out the door. We've found out now where a lot of the money's going. We'll continue to find that out. But again, at the end of the day, President Trump has told people there's going to be a little bit of pain with this, and there is. That's fine. You know, the stock market's gone up and down before. It'll come back. But when we start doing these tariffs somewhere around the 1st of April, where everybody's got to be on the same level, I think it'll start leveling out, and we'll build the country back. We have no chance unless he does tariffs and holds people accountable to what's been going on.
I mean, it is possible. I know he said there'll be temporary issues on this, but you know, let's get to the reciprocity part. I think April 2nd, that's still the date. So some tariff rates in foreign countries could go down, and that would have a very salutary effect on everything. And I'm myself somewhat skeptical about this whole inflation. Tariffs are inflationary business. I mean, I know that many economists say that. I don't think it's been correctly proven. But the point is, reciprocity means you cut your tax, we'll cut our tax. What if they start cutting their tariffs?
Well, same thing. But talking to Scott Bessent, our Secretary of Treasury, Howard Lutnick, they've all prepared for that. Every scenario, they've been preparing for it for over a month. They can understand that they can move their tariffs as we can move ours. So at the end of the day, everybody's going to have to work together. But that's what President Trump's trying to do. He's trying to get people to work together on tariffs to make it fair for everybody. And we've been out in the cold with tariffs for many, many years. You've known that. And people have been holding us hostage, and President Trump's not going to allow that to happen anymore.
Well, I do support the reciprocity. He knows that. I mean, I've talked to him about it for many years in his first term and since then. I just think it's. I don't like to see it played too pessimistically. I know everyone wants to make allowances, and it's very hard to predict the future. But, you know, this could have a much happier ending than people are suggesting. And, in fact, let me rephrase that. So this could have a much happier beginning than people realize.
I think you're exactly right on that. And the only problem you have with these tariffs, there's always a scoreboard, and that's going to be the stock market. And people are looking at the stock market like, hey, this is how it's going to continue to be for months and months and months. That's not going to happen. You know, we were probably overbloated with the stock market here for a while. We went up quite a bit. But at the end of the day, it's about fairness. It's about having fair tariffs, everybody on the same page. And again, President Trump has put together a smart group of people that understand a lot about the dollar, a lot about foreign currency, all the things that are going on. At the end of the day, it's all going to work out, and it's going to work out better for the United States of America.
Now, you know Steve Moore well. You know Steve Forbes well. All right, they're in the paper today with a very interesting column. They say the sequencing is wrong. Get your take on this. They say that tax cuts should come first and then the tariffs, and that the problem with the stock market is it kind of looks like the tariffs are coming first before the tax cuts. Your reaction?
Well, the problem is President Trump can't control that. We're controlling this. We're controlling the tax cuts. We not us. The House. They're putting all that together. President Trump wanted to get his feet on the ground, and get going. I mean, you can't. He's only got 4 years, and that 4 years is going to blow by. And so he was looking for something to do. Again, I'm putting words in his mouth. I don't know. He knows a lot more about it than me, but he was looking for something to get a foothold in the ground on what was going on overseas. Everybody putting pressure on the dollar that we have, and it's really, you know, it's somewhere you had to start. You got to start somewhere. If he had waited for the taxes, hopefully, I'm with you. One bill, get it done.
I was just going to ask you about that. So how are we doing with one big, beautiful bill in the Senate, the so-called upper chamber, sir?
Well, the problem that you have in the reconciliation is they don't have a lot for the border in theirs, and we put a lot in it for the border in our bill. Hopefully, at the end of the day, they will come together, match both of the bills, and it'll be one big, beautiful bill. But Larry, we're hurting at the border. We need money. We need money. They're doing a lot of work there, but it's not cheap, and so they've got to have some money put in the people working at the border, the tents, all the things that we need to get people moved out. But again, I'm for the one big, beautiful bill, but we got to do the tax cuts. If we don't do that, you know what's coming in a couple of years. We'll be out in the cold.
The biggest tax hike in history.
Oh, yeah.
Which will just wreck this country.
Exactly.
I mean, I hope your colleagues understand that. Border money is fine, and there's deregulation, there's energy, and all of it should go in. I don't see what's so hard about the one big, beautiful bill. It is what President Trump wants.
Yes, and he was voted by a huge margin.
Yes, he was.
And at the end of the day, we're going to do a CR this week. They'll vote on it in the House tomorrow, and they'll bring it over to us either tomorrow night or probably Wednesday. It'll be, 6-7 month CR. Nobody likes them. We need a budget. My God, we can't do our job up here, but President, that's not his fault. So we need to give him some room to work, but while we get the CR, fund the government, I don't know what Schumer's thinking in the Senate. I don't know whether we can get enough 7 votes out of the Democrats to pass the CR. We need 60 votes, but I don't think they want to shut their government down. It doesn't do them any good at this point. But we need to give President Trump some leeway, get going, get the reconciliation done, get the tax bill done, and fund the border, and off we'll be.
All right, we'll leave it there. Senator Tommy Tuberville, thank you, sir. As always, great to see you.